This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections.
Welcome to Lime Rock Park Vintage Festival, and boy, this Formula 5000 really caught our attention, and believe me, it will get yours too. Yes, we got Robert Bob Marabli, and I'll tell you, this Lotus 23B, and I know it's a special car, Bob, am I correct?
Yeah, this is the Webster car. It's the only one running with the Webster 4-valve head for the twin cam engine. Gives it an extra 60 horsepower, so it was developed in period by Guy Webster of Webster Gear Company.
That's, I mean, is this like it, and the one, that's it?
This is the only one. Wow. Yeah, we have the other engine, but it's not in the car.
Boy, let me tell you, you must have to treat that motor good, huh?
It's actually pretty healthy motor, pretty strong motor.
I know, in general, these cars are like, it's like driving a go-kart, you know what I mean?
Yes, it is. A high-powered go-kart.
Yeah. And what group are you in today?
This is Group 8, so we're actually mixed in with the Porsche cars, which is a lot of fun. Yeah.
You're in good company.
Yeah, good drive. They're good drivers, too. They really are.
So how'd you come across this car, Bob?
There was a gentleman that owned a collection of cars, and he unfortunately died, and I knew his son, and his son sold me this car.
Lucky man. But I have to tell you, I was looking at your Formula 5000. Wow. No, wait, we're going to do that. We're going to talk about that in a little while.
That's a whole different world over there. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And so you're going to go out in what group today?
Group 8 in this car in another 40 minutes or so.
Wow. Lucky man. Somehow I got to get this disease. You know what I mean?
Maybe not. Yeah, it's like throwing money into a burning trash can.
You come to this event every year?
We do. You
go to other parts of the country too?
We do. We've raced all over, really. You know, in Monterey Historic Races, Barber Motorsports. You know, we've been to most tracks over the years.
Life is good.
And well, we have fun. We have a good time.
Yeah, I'm going to take a little break here. I want to move over and talk to you about your Formula 5000. Okay, let's take a little walk over here. Yes, Bob, we moved over to your other car here, this Formula 5000, and I got to tell you, this car is gorgeous. What could you tell me about this car?
This car is the 6th Lotus Formula Lotus 70. It's the 6th car made in the last car. There's a total of 6 of them. Ford powered, which was a little odd at the time. Most of them were Chevy powered, but Lotus had the association with Ford that you know of, so it's a Ford powered car. The car makes about 500 horsepower, weighs about 1,200 pounds, so it's like a rocket ship.
Do you drive this car in a racetrack?
Yeah, but just for practice. I haven't taken it in a full race yet.
Boy, it's got to be exciting.
It is exciting. It is exciting. Just learning to drive it is a project.
I could imagine. I mean, I saw this car, my mouth just dropped.
Well, it's my fastest car that I own, so I'm just trying to adapt to it.
Well, let me tell you, you're a lucky man. You got some beautiful cars. And how long you been doing this, Bob?
I've been collecting cars since I was, 20 years old, but been racing for over 20 years now.
20 years?
Mm-hmm. And that's in vintage racing. Before that, I raced Porsche stuff and different other racing, even karts.
Sedans, Porsches?
Usually the 911 series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fun cars.
They are fun cars. They are fun.
All good, right? Life is good.
It is all good.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you for having a word with us, and I commend you. This car is special. Boy, oh boy, I love to just park it right in my garage. Take care, buddy. Thank you for your help. Yep. Yes, it's always fun to get the kids involved, and you could see this youngster is really having a great time in this Formula 5000. What a beautiful car. And yes, we got Jackie Amoroso with this beautiful TR3. And tell me, how long you been driving this car?
So I've been driving this 14 years now. Yep. And loving every minute of it.
Wow. Life is good.
Life is wonderful. Yes.
Now, what group are you in today?
I'm in group 7. Yeah. So I have a lot of MGs with me. A lot of Alfa Romeos. Yeah.
So you're in good company.
I'm in wonderful company.
Do you come here every year?
Yeah, this is my 14th year driving this event. Yep, and it's my favorite event. We look forward to it every year.
Where are you from, Jackie?
I'm from right outside of Philadelphia, in a town called King of Prussia.
Yeah, I know the area. Oh, yeah. So this car here, this TR3, what year is it?
It's a 1959. And it obviously was a street car that we've converted into a race car. He's been great to me. I call him a he.
Oh, yeah. Well, Bob, he's special.
Right, right.
I came here and I saw that Formula 5000. My mouth dropped.
I want to see you in it.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
I got to catch this disease, I like to say.
It is very addicting. Yes, it's very addicting. You know, it's funny. We're nervous right before, then we get on the grid, and as soon as we put the first gear, and start going, you just focus, and that's all you do. It's wonderful.
I can imagine. I'm telling you, I am so impressed at the condition of this car.
Thank you. Yes.
I can't wait to get some footage of you out in that racetrack.
I am getting ready to go out right now.
I don't want to tie you up because I know you got a lot to think about, and I'm sure you're going to do well today, but we're going to be looking for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And you're excellent.
Thank you.
Take care. Good luck today.
And yes, Jackie got strapped in, and boy, let me tell you, out on a racetrack, she really looked comfortable. Very nice job today.
And yes, we come across a familiar face, Joe Raiola, and my favorite Datsun. Now tell me, I didn't think you were going to be here with this car this week. Something's going right.
Yeah, we had a very trying week. You get the highs and lows of racing, and we had a low week. Put a brand new motor in our Corvette, and the Jaguar got a new tranny and new clutch. And we came up here on Tuesday to test. And unfortunately, after about 6-7 laps, the Corvette motor let go, and the Jag blew a clutch. So we came back on Tuesday night, and on our way home, someone hit my hauler. So it was a pretty
not a good week.
Not a good day, let alone week. So we came back home. We got to the shop. We unloaded the cars. We put the Jag up on the lift, and there was a hole in the side of the bell housing, and that was no good. There was no hope of saving that. And I was pretty distraught. I mean, that takes a lot of wind out of your sails at that point.
Oh, sure it does.
And all my guys were there, and of course, old Brucey's sitting in the corner looking at us, you know. And
Brucey just keeps going, right?
You know, the guys were like, "Come on, come on!" The track wouldn't refund our entry fees, so it's like everything was paid for. And they kind of pushed me over the edge, and we said, "All right, let's go." So we spent a few hours. I just adjusted the valves. We nut and bolted the car, did all the fluids, put it in the trailer, and we came out here yesterday. We qualified very well in a very unevenly matched group. We're kind of feel like David and Goliath out there today.
Yeah, you got some good company, boy.
Yeah, some big horsepower cars. It's a lot of fun. Lime Rock's a great track, so it gives me the opportunity and Brucey the opportunity to show how good he really is. I got to tell you, this is the best race car in the world. It's never let me down. And then we can just come out and have fun and run towards the front, and it's just been wonderful. I'm glad we came. It was a long, emotional week, but we're glad to be here.
We were watching today. It looks like this thing's getting around here pretty good, too.
Yeah, I ran my fastest lap of the weekend. We did a minute flat, 0.8, which is really great in that last race. Hopefully, maybe we can improve on it a little, depending on track conditions, but you know, we're just glad to be here. I mean, we love this event. We love Lime Rock. We love the fans. It's such a good time to be here. So
I couldn't wait to see it, but when I saw the Datsun, I said, what is going on here?
Yeah, we've been working really hard for the last couple of years to get that Corvette all done and together, and so it was pretty devastating on Tuesday. But again, it's just a car. There's things in life that are more important. We just got to regroup our thoughts and get our heads in the right direction and just keep pressing
Joe,
on.
I know you'll get it together. Believe me. Business has been good?
Oh, business is great. Route 63 Automotive's doing wonderful. You know, you can't even park a car. We got so many cars to fix. We're looking for a couple more techs. So if you know anybody looking for a job, come down and see us. We're looking for a couple good technicians. And yeah, everything. We're just very blessed. Everything's going well. I mean, today's a perfect example, or this weekend's a perfect example. Whenever a woman says to a man, why do you need more than one race car or two race cars? Well, this is why.
This is why. You got that right. Now, have you gone to many other events?
We ran Brucey here in with SVRA in the spring for Memorial Day weekend, and that was our only race this year. This was going to be our second, and we were going to take the Corvette probably to Watkins Glen in October, but with the budget being, you know, pretty depleted at this point and then needing a motor, I think we're just done for the year. We're going to enjoy our weekend here and regroup, and you know, we'll see how it goes. We've been putting a lot of money back into the business. Obviously, business first, family first. If we can go, we go. If we can't, we can't. And you know, I've been doing this a long time. So,
oh, speaking of family, I don't see Raquel.
Yeah, my daughter Raquel. This is our first time in 22 years. She's 22 years old.
Wow.
She hasn't been to the racetrack with us. It's I miss you, honey, if you see the show. Yeah, it's hard not having her here. She's always been such a great support. I think my boys will be here Monday, which is good. My wife's here, which is always the best to have her here. And but yeah, she moved to South Carolina, Charleston, and she's kind of on her own and doing her thing. And you know, you love to see your kids go out and do well and be blessed. So
and I know she'll do well.
Yeah,
me.
she is. She's doing very well. She's got a great job, and so we're happy for her. And well, we do miss her. It's kind of not the same without her.
Hey, every father goes through it. Trust me.
Exactly. So.
Well, Joe, I don't want to tie you up because I know you got to get some things done. You're going to go back out.
Yeah, we're going to move some tires around and just go over the car and make sure everything's tight.
But we are absolutely thrilled to see you driving this car today.
Thank you.
You know I'm a Datsun guy. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Well, so are we. So
Yeah.
we're glad to be here with you.
All right, buddy.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure seeing you.
Yes,
We'll
thank you,
talk to
everyone.
you maybe a little later today.
All right, sounds good.
All right, take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yes, moving over a car, we got Mark Lydell with this beautiful Datsun Z. It must be the Z day today.
It absolutely is. It's a perfect day for it.
Now, tell me, how did you get involved with racing in a Datsun?
Well, I have my good two friends, Jake Clapp, that you just talked to, and Walt Heinig, and we each had Zs. I bought actually this car from an estate that was from Walt's, and it was an ex-autocross car. And so what we did was we built it. I took the cage, I started taking it apart, and it was all illegal. So we had to cut everything out and start from scratch. So this is its first race, you know.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's pretty amazing.
I tell you, it's a pretty car.
Yeah, it took 2 years.
Almost like your wife.
Oh, she's gorgeous. Absolutely, I'm a lucky guy.
Tell me
Absolutely.
about your little crew here.
Okay, so this is my beautiful wife Nancy. It's my son Jason, and this is Steve Cohen. He's been helping us with everything, and so we're here to have a little fun today. And
How long you been vintage racing?
since '97.
Wow, lucky guy.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Somehow I got to catch this disease.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, the beautiful car. Now I'm dialing this in, so it's getting more and more fun to drive.
Where do you call home, Mark?
Cheshire, Connecticut.
Got a business out there too?
We have a business in North Haven, Lydell Motors, and it's on State Street in North Haven. Yeah. So we do a lot of foreign car repair. We're a Bosch service center. My dad started the business in 1953. So I bought the business in 1983 and been working it since. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you out there. Have you been out there today at all?
Yeah, we went out. We did the morning run. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, we did great. You know, we're still sorting the car, so I'm pleased with where we're at so far, and hopefully this afternoon's race will be a little better. But I think we'll be great. So,
Now, is this your home track?
you could say that. You know, it's close enough to home to make it my home track. So sure, I like this. I like Thompson. It's really good, and I love Watkins Glen. That's a great track. You know. But wherever we can go, we'll just do it. Yeah,
It's all about having fun, right?
absolutely.
One thing I know, today, regardless win, lose, or draw, with that smile on that face, I know you're having a great time.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the interview.
Well, thank you.
And we'll be watching out there. Trust me.
Okay,
Good
great.
luck today.
All right. Well, thank you very much. much.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice meeting you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And yes, with another Datsun Z, Jake Clapp in this beautiful number 88. We seen you out in this track. This to get around this place.
Yeah, we got it dialed in. We been developing this car for probably 10 years now, and it runs really well. And we're in a great group.
Oh yeah. Well, you're in good company. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I've raced with these guys for a long time, and every race is different, but it's always a lot of fun.
Yeah, I know. We know Joe Raiola, and we're going to do the next gentleman too. His car over from you, and Datsuns are our thing. Believe me.
Well, I tell you what, it's a perfect platform for a race car, and yeah, we've been developing the car. You know, every time we go out, we find a little tweak that we can make. And you mentioned Joe Raiola. He's been a great friend, and he's helped us a lot with his knowledge, which he had a lot of when I came into the sport. I like to credit myself with actually getting Joe back into racing because he had taken a hiatus while his kids were young. And I came to him for help, and he came to help me test my car. And a year later, he was racing again.
That's all it took, right?
Yeah, that's all. Well, you know, when you come here and you see the cars and you smell the fuel and you hear the engines, boy, it puts the hooks in you.
Absolutely. Where do you call home, Jake?
North Haven, Connecticut.
Yeah, you're not far away.
Yeah. No, we're about an hour away.
Do you go to different events beside this area?
Oh, yeah. I race with a bunch of different vintage groups. We go to Watkins Glen, New Hampshire, Thompson, all over.
Life is good.
I love this sport. This is what makes me go to work in the morning and, treat my family better so they don't mind that I do it.
Yeah, we seen you out there today. It looks like you're getting around there really good, huh?
Yeah, we got a little issue with the car being a little squirrely, but we're trying a couple of different tire pressure tricks and disconnecting a rear sway bar, stuff like that.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye out for you. I got a feeling you're going to have a good day. But most of all, with that smile, I know you're certainly going to enjoy it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. You were excellent, Jake.
All right.
Take care. Good luck.
Okay, thanks.
And yes, we have Tom Cotter driving the number 33 Corvette. And boy, this car looks fast, standing still, Tom.
It does. I mean, this car, it drags people in out of the paddock because they aspired to own one of these when they were 20 years old, or they were stuck with an MG midget and they really wanted a Corvette. But there's something about this car that attracts people in to and just say, oh my God, this looks just right.
Muscle car era, I guess.
And I'm a four-cylinder guy. I've raced a Morris Minor, a Mini Cooper, an MG midget, and a Datsun 510. This is my first V8, and boy, life is good.
Life is good, huh? I see you out there, and boy, it looks like it gets around the track good, huh?
Yeah, this is a real vintage car, so it's not on the front of the field. It's a little bit slower, but so I did a 102 lap yesterday. Well, I want to do a 101. So this morning I went out and I tried 3 new tricks, and now I'm 103.
Wow. Well, how long have you been vintage racing, Tom?
Since about 1991. And I raced, sports cars prior to that. So this is my 40th year. The first time I ran at Bridgehampton and Lime Rock was 1979.
Wow. That's great,
Yeah, there are 51 weeks a year, and there's Lime Rock. And you can ask Skip Barber this. I've told him personally that this is my favorite weekend of the year.
Oh, yeah, mine too. I'll tell you right now. We love coming here on this weekend.
I don't go to Pebble Beach anymore, Monterey. I've done it before. Okay, it's fun, but you know what? This is where sports car racing began back in the, pre-World War, and then after World War in the 50s. This opened in 57. This is the birthplace of sports car racing in the United States. This is why I love it here.
Now, where do you call home, Tom?
Well, most of the time in North Carolina, near Charlotte, and then in the summertime, I live in Boothbay Harbor, Maine.
Wow. Yeah, you got beautiful, both places, right?
Beautiful in both places. I wouldn't want to be in Charlotte right now. But Boothbay, you wake up in the morning, you open the door, and you smell that salty air, and it's pretty special.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I'm very envious. Your race car and that Cobra over there, really, wow. You know what I mean?
Well, I know exactly what you mean. I fell in love with Cobras when I was in 5th grade. They were brand new. And my whole life I chased a Cobra. I knew that professionally, if I could ever own a Cobra, I made it. And I bought that about 18 years ago. Peter Egan and I drove it across the United States from San Francisco to Charlotte, and it was a trip of a lifetime.
I could imagine. Boy, I'm very envious, let me tell you. 2 beautiful cars. And I know you're going to have a great day today, but with that smile on your face, that's all that matters.
You know, life is good. I write books about cars. I do a YouTube series about cars. I race cars. I read about cars. I love washing cars. I just love cars.
I hear you. We know the feeling. Well, I don't want to tie you up. I know you got to get ready to have a race, but I know you're going to do well today. Thank you, Tom. You've been excellent.
I'll do the best I can.
And I hope we see you every time we come here.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
And yes, on the racetrack, Tom was comfortable. And boy, let me tell you, that Corvette was just a beautiful sight out there. Absolutely gorgeous.
And yes, Tom, we moved over to toy number 2. And boy, oh boy, this is the real deal.
This is a real Cobra, a 289. It was built in 1965. The reason I'm racing a Corvette is because these are too expensive to race, so I race one of those.
I could imagine. I mean, how'd you ever acquire this car?
Well, you know, I fell in love with them when I was in 5th grade. That's when they were built. And no matter how much money I had, they were always 10 times as much money. And then somehow in my life, I was able to sell a business, and I told my wife it's Koper time. So I bought this in San Francisco, and a writer for Road and Track magazine, Peter Egan, and I drove it across the United States to North Carolina. Trip of a lifetime. Since then, I've got all those stickers on the windshield. Those are all 1,000-mile trips we've been on with a bunch of other Cobras. Last year, I had it in Alaska. We forgot our Fig Newtons inside the car. I woke up in the morning and a bear had ripped the roof open.
Oh, my dear. Oh, my God. I didn't have, oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Well, I had a good insurance company. Haggerty said, there's no problem. We'll buy you a new roof, and that's the end of it. So, but I drive this car back and forth to the hotel. Yep. I take it on 500-mile trips just because it was, as Carol Shelby told me back probably 15 years ago, I didn't build no damn trailer queens.
Yeah. And he's right. I am so impressed that you take it on those trips. You know, this car is meant to be seen, and people talk, you know, with you and everything.
I'm so happy to share this car with fans because they made 998 real Cobras between 289s and 427s and 60,000 replicas. So most people only see replicas their whole life, and I'm so happy to share this with fans.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I saw it from a distance. I said, that's the real deal.
I love to put kids inside there and have their fathers take pictures.
Well, I don't want to tie you up any further. I know you're getting ready to race, and we can't wait to see it in toy number 2.
Yes, sir.
Okay, buddy. Thank you. Excellent, Tom.
And yes, as we come to the conclusion of the show today, we want to give you a little track footage as we're going to return next week with show number 2 to cover some more cars, and we're going to do a little bit more coverage of the race. And as you could see, in this class that Joe Raiola was in, boy, oh boy, he was with some real heavy hitters. And you never know what you're going to see here. This event, Labor Day weekend, trust me, you will never be disappointed. Please come on up and see us, and return next week to Racing Action Today.
This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections.